So for the past 2 weeks, I've been getting quite some compliments on the radiance on my skin when I'm wearing makeup. I thought, let me just show you my routine, kind of talk you through and share the secrets. The number one thing that has helped me out with that is skincare. I really feel like within my routine, I really hit that sweet spot of getting that radiance while also working on my hyperpigmentation, which is an ongoing thing. Better looking skin without makeup will give you better looking skin with makeup. Okay, so I've done my skincare already. Now it's time to use a little bit of primer, and it is this one by NARS. I focus mainly on my nose area, under my eyes, and my forehead, and I kind of drag it down like this. I feel like this primer really helps for everything to glide on easier in these areas. Just want to make sure that it goes on smooth. So for the past 2 weeks, I've been mixing these two foundations just because due to the Dutch weather, I'm getting lighter. I need more sun. The ones that I'll be mixing are these two. I'm gonna do a little pump of the Makeup by Mario one. I love the way that it looks, but sometimes I do find it a little bit too covering. I don't know. I'm more into a little bit of a lighter coverage, and the True Match I love. I need to get one shade lighter because now this one is a little bit too dark already. And I use this It Cosmetic brush, which is my fave, and I basically just buff all of that in. I'm trying to avoid my under eye area because I'm gonna apply concealer to that afterwards, and I don't want like double layers. Who wants that? We want it to be as lightweight as possible. And don't forget to drag it down the neck, and whatever is left, apply that on the ears. I always try to first do a thin layer, and if I feel like I needed a little bit more coverage somewhere, then I'll apply it, but 9 out of 10 times I still have stuff left. Less is more. Then it's time for concealer. I really love this one. This is Flax by Hourglass. It is a full coverage concealer, but I feel like if you don't apply too much and use a more fluffier brush like this, it gives you the most natural finish, yet a lot of coverage. I'm gonna let it sit a tiny little bit while in the meantime I'm gonna do my brows. I need to get them laminated again, but I like to fill the bottom in with this one. Kind of rediscovered this brow pencil by L'Oreal. It is the perfect like neutral dark brown to like really a natural black, and I feel like it really is the exact like color of my brows. I feel like a lot of the times brow pencils are too warm or too ashy, and this is a neutral, like literally a neutral, and it's a drugstore product, which is always a win when it comes to availability. Now we're gonna blend this out, and I start with the outer corners, and I literally just tap. Just take your time with it. Let me just do one side. Normally I first tap both sides, but just for you to see the difference, drag it a little bit out here. And the trick is to not go all the way to the top. It prevents creasing for one, and it also makes it kind of look more natural because there's still like a shadow appearing, if that makes sense. Okay. See this? Let's just do this one before it dries down completely. I'm not gonna use any powders. Just gonna let this set this way. We're gonna do a little bit of bronzing with my all-time fave, this cream by NARS, and the brush that comes with it. And I just only warm it up out here and a little bit here on my sticks head. Whatever's left, you can see that it's already more warmed up in comparison to this side. This is also the perfect way to kind of erase if you have any like line from the concealer, and gives back that dimension in the face. Voila. So in the meantime, my concealer has set, and I'm just always double checking if there's like any creasing, and if so, it normally always is around this area, and I literally just sweep it away with my finger, and I don't powder it because I actually have quite dry under eyes. Still looks good, so I'm just doing a final tab, but I'm happy with that. I'm gonna apply a tiny little bit of brow gel just to basically give the brows a little bit more dimension, and I only focus on that top part. I don't know if you can see the difference. Like, it's a very minor difference, but it kind of gives you that 3D effect back. Mainly focusing on that front area, and I use the spoolie from the brow pencil to kind of direction that I want. Tap out any residue. I'm not a blush person, but I do like to add a little bit of highlight, and this is a highlighter bomb by Westman Atelier, Chef's Kiss. I use a little fluffy brush. This is actually a mini because I was scared if I would really like it, and I mainly focus it on this area, and I drag it a little bit towards my brow, tap it in like that to give me a little bit of an extra glow. Not that there's not enough glow already, but again, giving it some extra dimension. And this is more of a rosy highlight. I really am not a fan of the gold ones anymore. I think that actually going for more of a pinkish tone or bronzy elevates your look way more. It makes it look way more natural than gold. Don't come for me. Okay, so I'm at my office and I actually forgot my setting spray. Normally I use the Urban Decay all-nighter, all-dayer, all-nighter one, but I got a good alternative out here. One sec. It's the Kaya setting spray. That extra hour. They have a dewy one, but since my makeup look already is very dewy, I do prefer a setting spray that's more so focused on the longevity instead of adding dewiness, because this already is dewy. And there we go. This is my go-to base on the face.